So I think I'm going to try and pitch the ridge line for this hammock to go across, or tarp rather, from that tree to that tree. I had to tread on some of the brambles and foliage there. That's this trusty bike's there, and I might even get my hammock in between there as well after I've done the tarp. But that's what I want to focus on. Practiced on the hammock yesterday, but I really want to get this tarp set up nice and tight, and see if I can open the front out. So I'll show you after I've set it up. So I've got the ridgeline attached to both of the trees. I already had the tarp kind of threaded through, well, had the ridgeline threaded through the tarp to begin with. I'm still figuring this out. It is harder to get the bit of wind there. It's harder to get the line straight with enough tension when you've got the weight of this on top of it. But I figure it's got to be threaded through like that before it's wrapped around the tree anyway. I don't know how else I could do it other than putting the tarp over the top of the line, which I don't really want to do because I think the friction eventually would damage the tarp. So you can see it's just like flapping around now. I need to attach it properly to the ridge line. So I've got the couple of little pieces of like a plastic sort of string to put on the end eyelets, and then I need to stake it out with some guy lines as well. So I've ballsed up here, I've forgotten the little bits of string or tie that I use to tie this to this. So I've got a little bit of string that I've taken off one of the labels to my gear. I still had like the tags on. The wind's coming that way, so just to see how it works, at least it's anchored, it's not going to slide. But obviously I'd have a much stronger attachment point, and the same, there's nothing on here, but I am going to guy the corners out, so I'm thinking it should stretch nicely. But yeah, it should still work for a demo at least. So here it is, completed now. So it's not set up fantastically at all. You can see it's bunched a little bit towards the left hand side, purely because that attachment point is missing. It would do that and kind of cinch everything along to the left, and the cinch point, or the attachment point at the end, would cinch it all to the other side that way as well. But you can see that's what would go over the hammock. So the hammock I set up yesterday, it's kind of like from head height or neck height, and then it does kind of dip anyway, so I think this is the perfect height for the hammock. This is like mid to top of my head height, and the same over there. And what I'd like to try and do is see if I can get 2 large sticks for the front and dig them into the ground and see if I can push it through here and extend the guy line just to open it up. So I'll see if I can find some sticks and do that. So I've done one corner, I've braced it with a stick about head height, some dead wood. I haven't got a knife with me, so I've just snapped it roughly mid height or mid head height, and you can see I've used the existing guy line and the eyelet point right on the side, and I've just kind of wrapped it around a few times and then pegged it in. So you can do this technique for both sides, which is what I'm going to do, but you can also just have that like that, or you could have it in the middle. If you have it in the middle, then you do increase that kind of head height and living space within the shelter, but it closes the corners down as well to keep the wind out. So yeah, I like it. I like having one side open. I'm going to do the other one, see if I can get it roughly symmetrical. Yeah, see how I get on. And there we go, roughly same height, roughly the same kind of angle. Again, I've wrapped the guy line point around the top of that stake, and I've tried to bed it in at the same angle, the same distance. But you can see what we've got here now. It's quite windy today, so it might not be the most ideal setup. But if it's a calm day and you've got your hammock in there, or you're sleeping on the ground in a bivvy, whatever, you can see now that you've got a lot more living space compared to just the typical A-frame Obviously this needs to be much tighter at the back. I could even use extra guy points. And what I have managed to do with this little issue here is just to wedge a little stick in there, you know, just to help me out for the here and now. I don't think that would suffice, you know, for an overnighter, but it's allowed me to pull this tighter. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I like it. I might even try the middle point, well, propping up the middle point rather, as I said before, and seeing what it looks like. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I got this setup idea off YouTube, like I do with everything that I do. I'm always watching YouTube to see what people put out there, just random stuff, you know. It could be in the UK, it could be in America. There's always videos out there flooded with how to use hammocks and how to use tarps. So it's a great resource. And I suppose I'm getting to the point now where I don't mind sharing what I do. I'm not fantastic at what I do. I've got some idea, but I've not really had the time to practice and go out and, you know, fail and learn from it. You know, I'm getting to the stage now where I'm starting to do a few things that work, even if it takes a long time. And, you know, even if it's not bob on fantastic, but it's all going in there. It's all going in the database, in your mind, the subconscious. So, you know, next time when you go and do something like this, it's hopefully a little bit easier. But it just, everything seems so simple until you try and do it. All you've got to do is thread a ridge line through the tarp and guy it out, but you've got to get it at the right height. You've got to get your distance right between the trees. You've got to make sure your ridge line has got the right tension. You know, all these things just come with actually trying it and doing it. And I suppose some people have that kind of aptitude anyway, and others don't. So I think you just got to go and do it and have a go. And if this helps anyone, brilliant. You know, if not, there's so many other videos out there that'll help you. Just like that, it's gone and packed away. So that was pretty good, successful. You can see over there, that's where the tarp was. And now it's back in the bag and on the bike and ready for home.